Number 7 is a song called Famine. That was maybe the last song I wrote. And at the time I felt done. And when I feel done, yet I continue writing, I feel there's absolutely no boundaries, whatever. If I don't finish this song in time, it doesn't really matter. So I just wrote that song quickly, and it's crazy. It's a bit strange. And all over the place. Starts with noise, you know. A lot of people that heard the album said it was their favorite song. It's got both some kind of calm moments, but also some heavier moments. Like there's a doomy riff coming on in the later part of that song that has a Swedish flute player, a legend, Björn Jison Lind, who is still an active musician, but he was very famous in the 60s and 70s, recording records in the same studio where we were, which is also where ABBA recorded, and he also worked with ABBA, I think, orchestrating stuff with them. So he's on that song, and we also have a percussion player from a band called Weather Report, Alex Acuna, who's been, he played with lots of people. He played with Elvis and lots of different people. He did a great job. He just happened to be in town, and we had this percussion part that we needed to record. Axe was going to record it, but since Alex was in town, why not? You know, if you don't have a percussion part, you might as well have the best in the world to do it. So it's a special song for many reasons, and you know, both guests that are on the album on the same song. That's Famine. Lines in My Hand is song number 8, and that's the first song I wrote after having I wrote a couple of songs before I started writing for Reed that were kind of I don't know what they were. I ended up deleting them, and then I started from scratch and I wrote the song Lines in My Hand, which was basically 180 degrees from the stuff I've done before. It's the most odd song I think on the album, and probably the one that people are going to dislike the most if they're into the traditional sound of Opeth. But maybe it brings something new, something we've never done before, and very energetic and intense in the end. I love that song.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I like it very much. Yeah. And it was good for me to start writing this album with a song like that, because it gave me a freedom to continue writing whatever I wanted. After having done a song like that, that kind of set the tone for the rest of the record. I know I played it up to the other guys when we were doing summer festivals last year. So it must have been pretty early on I came up with that song. And I played it to them in the cab to the airport. And they were like, wow, love that song. Instantly. They didn't need to hear it again, they just loved it instantly. Which made me happy, of course, and it's a good song. I like it. Don't really know what to say. It also has some moments of Swedish folk music. It starts with a guitar thing that sounds a bit folky. And last song is an instrumental piece called Marrow of the Earth, which was initially meant to be a vocal piece. And I wrote it for Natalie, who sang Coil on Watershed, trying to maybe do something with her again. And she was a bit weary of this song. She thought felt a bit complicated to sing that song. And it just never materialized that we even tried, which is a shame in a way, but I put that song to rest, and I didn't, I was like, whatever then, just leave it. And then I picked it up again, and I've been playing, I recorded a demo version of the song with me playing the supposed vocal melody, but with guitar. And I was listening to it, and I was like, that's a beautiful melody, I like that song. So it ended up being an instrumental piece, and it kind of ties, you know, kind of the first song and the last song kind of frames the album in a nice way, and it's a pretty sad sounding, or melancholic, you could say, melancholic sounding piece that ends the album in a nice way.